What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and it's time for another car conversation. And today I want to talk about the clip that's going viral between Jadakiss and Fat Joe on the Joe and Jada show, where they talk about J. Cole. You know, first things first, Jadakiss says that he needed to give clearance to J. Cole because he's rapping over Can I Live and Money, Power, Respect. And the rumor is that there's a mixtape dropping on the 28th, which is Cole's birthday, and I feel like it's just him rapping on beats and all of that. So I think that's dope. Start there, right? I think him dropping a tape before the album is classic old rollout. That used to be the standard back in the early 2000s. It was like you drop a mixtape because that's just you getting your bars off, and then when you get to the actual album, that's the concepts, the hit singles, the street shit, a mix of the records for the ladies, all of that. So I love that he's doing that, and I feel like it's also drawing a circle. Well, it's a full circle moment for Cole because he started out doing mixtapes, right? So I think that that's dope, and I cannot wait to hear Cole rap over Money, Power, and Respect and Can I Live. Like Cole is literally my favorite MC of the new generation, and personally a top 10 MC for me of all time, just because of what he can do with that pen, and it's clear, especially with that last record he dropped, track 2, disc 2, rapping in reverse, using the 4-syllable multi to carry the whole story by telling us life in reverse. That is insane. So his penmanship to me is just god tier level, and he raps the way I want to hear raps being rapped, in a lack of better words. So that's the first part of it. But Jadakiss was like, people try to take him out to Big 3, but after they hear this shit, they're gonna have to screw his head back on the Big 3 because the bars speak for himself, and I totally agree with that, right? But of course, on the opposing end was Joe saying he don't respect Cole anymore because when it was time to come out and dance, he didn't dance, right? And that part to me is the discussion point. You know, you can feel how you want to feel. I'm not saying anybody should, listen to Jada or listen to me or whatever it is, but in my honest opinion, if you got a god tier MC like Jadakiss saying that, you know, it's something to be said of how nasty Cole is. And after seeing what transpired in the battle, again, to me, it makes the most sense as to why Cole stepped down. I think the war between Kendrick and Drake was way more than just trying to battle rap. That's not the same thing. And that's one of the reasons he pulled back in the first place, you know. And let's not forget, Cole threw a warning shot, you know, and it was a warning shot. I feel like he could have gone there if he wanted to. And a lot of people call that shit weak, but I'm like, to me, he went where it was supposed to go. Like, he's not gonna take the gloves off the first round. It was a warning shot, and the shit that he threw I thought was impactful, because when he threw that shit out there, the response to it was crazy. And I believe that when he got the response, and he even said this, and I guess going into what I think his psyche was behind this, I think that when the response came back, where it seemed like it turned into more than just like a competitive spirit of rap, right? And the thing about MCing, I think a lot of people don't understand, especially if you're not an MC, is that there's a difference between people who want to battle rap and people who want to compete. And when Cole talks his shit, his version of competing it's like ciphering, right? Like that's his version of competing. Like, it's like, if we go compete, let's jump on the track and rap. Because I mean, he even said that on one of the records, like, jump on the track, I'm at the black, I'm not scared of one-on-ones. And that's what he means by competing with anybody and like who can rap better. That's way different than like actually battle rapping somebody. Because I mean, being a retired rapper myself who took it seriously, that's kind of how I was. I'm not really with the battles because I don't like doing personal shit. And I tried to do a battle one time, and the shit's just too personal. Like, I don't like people picking apart my life and trying to like weaponize my life against me. That shit just, I'm not for that shit. And when you battle rap, that's what you gotta do. And it makes you attack somebody and starts questioning the morals of whoever it is. And I don't think Cole is on that type of time. He's not that kind of messy person who just wants to, you know, mudsling for the sake of mudslinging. That's not him. And I feel like that's exactly what happened when the battle popped off, when he started rapping against Kendrick. When the shit came back, it was kind of like, all right, these niggas is taking it way too much in a different direction that I'm not even trying to take it to. Like, I'm not trying to demean the guy's character or act like he ain't who he is, you know what I mean? Because Kendrick Lamar is that guy. That's the reason why we having this conversation, and I don't like the way this conversation is going. So I feel like it was that, on top of, you know, Schoolboy Q confirmed that he tapped J. Cole. He's like, hey, you might want to move out the way, because what's about to go down is not like what you think it is. Like, this isn't a competitive spirit type of rap like you thought. Because I mean, I look at Cole on first person shooter, you know, his bars on there, he's competing with Drake, and he's flat out saying, like, he's calling himself the #1 of the big three. When he was like, I love when they argue who's the hardest MC, is it K Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? That's his version of competing, and I think that that's what he was down to do. Like, all right, let's all get verses and let's just go. You know what I mean? And not actually like insult each other. So again, seeing how nasty the shit got afterwards, I think J. Cole is the one leaving with his hands up. Like, I don't want no parts of that shit right there, because now we see niggas is getting sued, and that just takes it to a whole different type of level. So I don't know. I just can't, for the life of me, hold it against somebody who is clearly nice and didn't want to get into a drama-filled battle when he didn't have to. And granted, when J. Cole first did that on a stage, I made a video talking about it, and it's still up that you can go watch right now, where I was disappointed as well. Like, damn, dog, how you gonna throw a diss out there and then retract it and say, like, nah, like, you know, I'm gonna eat that, and I was tripping. But again, as things turned out, it's like, okay, I see you didn't want to be a part of any of this type of shit, so I don't blame you, like, in the slightest bit. It's the difference when you're competing on a friend level, and then when you trying to compete on a friend level, and then the people who are playing alongside of with you are on that same level. It's almost like playing a game of 21, right, in basketball. And this is a real analogy that I've had before. I used to play basketball growing up as well, and you just kind of like, it's 3 niggas playing 21 and y'all just hooping or whatever, and all of a sudden the other two dudes in the, you know, the game start isoing it and playing hard as hell against each other. And I gotta be like, okay, I guess y'all got something that y'all need to get off your chest, because the way that y'all playing is not how I'm trying to play. So when I get the ball, I'm just like, shoot my 3 as I watch y'all bang it out. You know what I mean? It's happened like that. Or I've been in ciphers that have turned into battle raps, because it'd be like 4 dudes just spitting bars, like, boom, it gets to this man, and he has something to get off his chest to this dude, so he turns to this man, starts rapping at him like da 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 da, and then it gets thrown to the other man, and now he's going back at him, and they just battling now, and I'm just like, okay, you trying to rap here? You know what I mean? What we doing? Another story, I remember being on stage doing a cypher, and we were in line, and this dude got in front of me, right? He was rapping, and he was killing his shit, and I noticed he kept looking at me while he was spitting. He would be going to stage, da da da, and then he'll turn around to me and look at me and keep rapping, and then doing that. And then when it was my turn to have a mic, I'm like, I said, before I say anything, I say, Yon, are we battling right now? Is that what you want to do? Like, I'm trying to be clear with you, because you keep looking at me, staring at me when you saying these bars. Like, I noticed it. You know what I mean? Are you directing this at me? Because if you want to get it on like that, we can do it. And of course, he was apologetic, but I still got the mic and was looking at his ass the same way he was looking at me. Pause. I'm like, so I say all that to say that sometimes friendly competition can turn into that, especially if you're not like really on that type of time in a certain space. So I get why he backed out of it, and I don't hold it against him anymore, because again, this shit got too messy. Niggas talking about each other, kids, people bringing up domestic disputes and why people living here, and I'm like, this is too much stuff, bro. It's way too much. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on the J. Cole apology. And again, I'm not saying any of this for you to change how you feel. You feel you want to. Yeah, everybody has their opinion, but this is just kind of how I see it personally. And I still feel like he can talk that shit, because again, he's not into the diss track, but I guarantee nobody would jump on a track with him. Jump on the track and try and rap with son and see how that go. That's all I'm saying. He's bodied everybody he's done a collaboration with. I mean, the fact that he had a record with Daylight twice, one of the most ultra unnecessarily lyrical niggas, and got him out of here both times. Got Ab-Soul out of here as well. Got niggas nice, son. He ain't worried about that. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought. Do you think J. Cole can still talk that shit or nah, and why? Or are you on the other end of it where it's kind of like, it was what it was, and I understand why he did what he did. So I'm gonna leave you with that. And if you like that kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. And until next time, peace.
RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.